Okay, so here we have Steph. She's 23. Now, I've seen Steph 3 or 4 times before. She's here to talk about some argumentative behavior between her mother and her 2 brothers. She does have a sister, but she's not involved with a lot of it. So here today, she's going to tell me how things are going and how some things have actually escalated. And we're gonna go from there. So. Here we go. Hi, Steph. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm really good. So I just want to first before we start, go over some confidentiality. You know how it goes, you and me thing, and then harm yourself. Yeah. All right.
Like that, we talked about that last week.
Yes, we did. All right. So I just wanted to go over that with you. So you're doing good, eh? Yeah. How's home?
Well, I'm still at school for now, so I'm not. My apartment's good. Like, when I live up here, it's great.
Yeah.
The problem is when I go down home. Like, every time
Right.
I go home to visit, there's always issues and stuff. So, and sometimes I have to go home, I end up there for weeks, a week at a time. So, yeah, it's starting to be, an issue.
Okay, so we left off with your mom last time. So, tell me how that's going. You said that there's some tension.
Yeah.
There were some things that you weren't sure how to, bring up.
Yeah, I felt
maybe...
like I couldn't, bring anything up to my mom.
Yeah.
Because it's different with her. We fight, but it's not like I'm not fighting with her because I don't get along with her.
No, it's because there's something that you guys...
she knows. It's because, when I got, depressed last year, I would, ignore her all the time and stuff. So, I think she's so scared of that happening again.
That she's just kind of she's not necessarily, being overbearing, but I guess kind of to the point that she's so scared.
Yeah, it
seems
like
not
that. It
quite
seems
sure
like she's
how to react.
kind of gripping on
Yeah.
a bit. Yeah, and I also have a shorter fuse with her, too, so I blow up for no reason often. It's mostly me blowing up, too. And after I get the whole, I feel horrible because I blew up on my mom for no reason.
Right, you both are kind of going back, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of as if it never actually gets resolved. It's just kind of put underneath the mat.
Exactly, yeah.
I've been in kind of arguments like that. I've been like that before, so I know exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like she doesn't let herself kind of be mad at me because she's so afraid that if she gets mad at me, that
is it gonna push you away further?
So
or
yeah, exactly. And I feel in a way that it's I want her to she deserves to get mad at me sometimes, but I know she walks around eggshells around me.
Yeah,
and she walks on eggshells around me, and I hate that feeling that I make someone feel like that. So. But,
do you know, can you tell me, how or maybe, why, what might be the pinpoints as to why you're making her feel like she's walking on eggshells?
I think it's because before, I would just blow up for no reason. I am getting a bit better at it. But, yeah, I think it's because before I would just have such a short fuse. She could say pretty much anything, and I would just take it wrong.
Right.
Or I just didn't want to talk about anything, and she definitely did want to talk about everything. So I think that's why she just... Just
kind of, friction there.
Yeah, she doesn't want to, step on my toes type of thing. So, but I know, last week, you said it might be a good idea to... we talked about, it was a good idea to maybe talk to my mom about the fact that I'm going to counseling, because I never really talked to her about that.
Right, and I did mention, maybe if she knew that you were getting help, and then, maybe that would, I'd not necessarily give her some clarity, but maybe,
It might, make her feel better, too.
Feel better, right? Because at least, she doesn't see it as completely maybe her fault. Mm-hmm. She can't feel guilty about,
not all the pressure's on her to make me better.
Right? Yeah. Because, you understand what's going on, and you obviously are seeing the way that it is affecting your mom, and you have a pure heart for that, and obviously you coming here is taking a lot of courage, and obviously you're taking a step of wanting to talk to her.
Yeah, it definitely has helped to be here and talk, because when I need advice on how to bring stuff up to her. So that I like that it's working.
That's
that
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Mhm.
because you do have the power to talk to her. You really
Mhm.
do. It's there,
Yeah.
but you'll know the right time and when to talk to her.
Yeah.
You'll know. It'll
like,
kind of like pop in your head.
And I think, like, I know I told you before, I'm not good at talking, like, expressing my feelings.
Mhm.
So I think I am gonna write her a letter. Like,
That's
instead.
a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad that you thought of that.
Yeah, because I think it'll just be easier, and then that way it'll kind of give her time to like, process it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think it'll be better that way if I just write a letter and tell her.
Great, great. Well, because then also you mentioned right that you're going to be moving home next semester. So so there's going to be you, your mom, and then
my brother. Yeah.
Your brother.
Well, they all
right?
live down there.
Yeah.
So.
And.
Yeah.
So maybe you have some time, right? So you can just give her the letter, and then let her process it, like we said, and then you guys can either talk about it when you move home, or you guys can maybe have a phone call about it. But maybe be better for both of you in person.
I think it'll be easy, and like
you both would be able to sense each other's like emotions and be able.
And on the phone, I don't like talking on the phone.
No, to me, I don't like talking on the phone.
Exactly. I find it so awkward. So
it's really awkward.
Yeah, but no, I think face to face will be better.
That's good.
And then maybe like because she read the letter, it'll be easier to start the conversation too because she knows what I'm gonna be talking about. So.
It's kind of like a play by play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Kind of like a readying. So so you are moving home. So can you tell me like how are you and your brother?
We're
yeah,
we're the same. Yeah, I haven't really gotten anywhere with him. I think I don't know. We just don't we used to get along very well, but since I don't know, for the last I guess 5-6 months, we haven't been at all. So it's still pretty much the same.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So you want to tell me like why it's still not
and
like,
that's
making a turning point? Like how come there hasn't been any process? You think
I think my brother's the type he always picked on me, and I was always okay with it. That was the relationship we had. He picked on me, I picked on him, and it was fine. But the thing, he doesn't get when to stop.
Okay.
And like when he sees, let's say I'm having a bad day, it's like he bugs me more.
More, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And to me, that's like the time where you shouldn't
be
bug
doing
me at all. So that's where I think that's where the fights happen. That's where
it's because like you're like don't. Like, I'm mad, and he's seeing as that. Oh, she's mad. I want to make her more mad.
And that makes me feel bad too because I know that before he would have been able to do that and there would have been no problem. That's what's getting to me is it seems like with all my family members, like it's me. You know, when that it was fine before, but now because I changed that.
It's kind of affecting the way that they're used to being the way with you. But because you haven't been living with them, it takes time, right? People need to be accustomed to change, and they're not quite accustomed to the change stuff, right?
And that's what makes it hard too, I guess, is
going
home. I'm not there for that long, so there's not enough time to
actually
do I talk to him, I have a few conversations here and there with him, but like if there's a fight, there's no time to fix it or talk about it, because like even last time I went home we had a huge fight and I just left and came back up here and I haven't talked to him after that. So it's like I don't know, it seems to be like ongoing. Yeah but
I'm sorry that it just keeps like escalating to like more, and I just I really feel for you.
Yeah, it's tough for sure.
Can you all right, so how about we move to the other brother? All right, so he's not home, but I mean, unfortunately you said that there was like some friction there, some deciding, right?
That's it. It's getting a bit better with him, I gotta say. I think he's starting to realize it a bit more, like he's backing off a bit more. Like, he knows when to stop picking on me now, I think. But
that's good, but at least, like, so is he respecting your boundaries a little bit better?
yeah,
or?
I think so. Like, I find before, like, when I'd come home, the second I'd walk in the door, it was like 1,000 questions about this and that.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like stuff. And if I said, like, oh, I don't want to talk about that right now, he would push. He would push on it. So, no, I think he's getting better with that. Like, the last time I saw him, like, we didn't fight at all.
That's good.
So,
that's
I wasn't with
something.
him long, but at least we didn't fight the time I was with
Yeah,
him.
and so how was the time that you were with?
It was good. Well, it was a family, like a family party at my aunt's house, and I saw him there, and I think it helped that we weren't together the entire day. There were other people there, like my cousins, like I get along with them,
Mm-hmm.
so I was with them. But no, it was a good day. Like, I did talk to him a bit, so
That's good.
yeah.
That's really good. Okay, well there's some progress there, right?
Yeah, at least that's getting better.
Yeah. So then, like, where was your mom and your brother? So your cousins were around. Like, what was this?
It was my grandma's birthday party, and I don't know where they were. It's like a big house, so half of it was inside, half of it was outside.
Okay,
So
yeah. You can't really tell where
everyone's
everybody
everywhere.
is.
And
Yeah.
there's like kids and stuff. So, and I mostly stuck to my cousins that day just because they tend to get really like overwhelmed when there's a lot of family around. So I like to stick to the people that I know won't piss me off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. So, since we're talking about home, how about we talk about you moving home?
Yeah.
We haven't really covered much of that subject.
No.
You did briefly tell me that you had decided that you are
Yeah, I
going to be
kind of just
moving
decided.
home. So that's like, but then you also said that you're not going to be there long, right?
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be there. It's because I'm starting to think that I shouldn't move home. That I
But
should
being
just
within that area.
Yeah, maybe like an apartment or something would be better, because...
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. You're 23.
Yeah.
Get
And
an
I've lived in an apartment alone, too, so I think it would be hard. It would even make it worse for me to go back. Like, I think it might be better for me to have a bit of space for my mom, like, not live with her. So, yeah, I think...
And that could also give some time for you guys to, like, fix your relationship when you're not underneath the same roof, right?
And take, like... And that's the thing, too. I think we need to go at it, like, a bit slow.
And
not everything needs to be fixed by tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
Time heals a lot. It takes a really long time for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time it really, really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
But honestly, like, everything that good that comes out of it is totally worth it.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the good things are coming out of it for you.
For sure.
Like moving back and taking that big step.
And I talked to my
into
sister
more
too.
Independency, right? And she's becoming more supportive, right, for
so that's
you.
Cool.
So she's there. So
yeah, and I might not like we haven't talked about it or anything, but I might live with her when I go down. Like, I'd rather live with her than live with my mom.
or
at this point.
with somebody you don't know, or
Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't think I would be comfortable with like just a random person off the internet.
No, of course not.
So yeah, I've been thinking more about living with her.
Do you think that's okay for your relationship?
I
Do you think it like would?
Me and my sister
Oh.
definitely used to fight a lot
Mm-hmm.
when we were younger. But I feel like now we fought a lot, but we also shared a bedroom our entire lives, so that didn't help. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's getting better now. Like, I think if we'd be able more to talk about stuff now. Before, we would just straight at, like, we would fight right away. So I think now, with maybe not an apartment, but like something with a bit more room, like a duplex or something, where we're kind of different floors or something like that. Yeah,
yeah. There's some kind of barrier,
exactly, a bit of separation,
not just a wall.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, I think I'm like thinking about it more. Like, I haven't made up my choice, but
they're all really healthy
Yeah.
healthy choices, because they're all choices that are going to help you grow as a person,
yeah,
right?
exactly, yeah.
And that's a really big step,
Mhm.
and you're moving along quite nicely.
Yeah, it is
Quite
getting there.
nicely. You're
Slowly,
really getting
but
there.
it's getting there.
So,
Yeah.
How about next time we'll see how you're doing with your mom.
Yeah.
We'll go over your brothers a little bit more, and by then you'll maybe have some more information about your big move.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear more about that.
Would I? It's gonna maybe sound weird.
No, go
Can
ahead.
I bring like? If I write the letter by then, I don't know if I will.
Oh,
Can I bring that
it
in?
for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to go over it with you. And then if you're unsure about some parts, then you can be like, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
And then like, I think honestly, you just put your heart into it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna know exactly what to say as soon as your pen hits the paper.
Yeah.
And
a lot to say. So yeah.
Let it all free. It's gonna
Exactly.
be great. So bring the letter.
All right.
We'll go over it. We'll get it ready. And
I think that'll help a lot.
it will.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll see you next week.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. We'll get you a time set up, and
all
I
right.
look forward to seeing you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo! Did it stop?